We're here with Congressman Clyburn from South Carolina. How are you, sir?
I'm okay.
So this is day 2 of the convention. I know you have a crazy schedule. What is the one thing you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to Thursday.
When it's over, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Thursday night because I think coming out of here, we need a send-off, which I expect to get from Hillary Clinton on Thursday evening. So I think with her having now been formally nominated and with what happened with the First Lady last night, I'm looking for her to send us off Thursday night. So I'm going to be working after Thursday, but I'm looking forward to Thursday evening on this floor.
So right after Hillary was proclaimed the nominee for the party, a lot of the Bernie delegates left the arena and went over and staged a protest. How do you feel about that?
Well, you know, at some point in time, I think that they will all realize that on November the 8th, we're going to have an election. And somebody's going to get elected. Chances are it'll either be Hillary Rodham Clinton or it'll be Donald Trump. So I think that all of them need to make up their minds as to whether or not they want to live in America with Donald Trump as president or with Hillary Clinton. So I think sometime between now and then they'll reach the conclusion that Hillary Clinton ought to be the next president.
So to play a little bit of House politics, if we can. So after the sit-in, the brave sit-in led by John Lewis, we heard a couple members of Congress when we reported there saying that this will not be business as usual moving forward for the Democratic caucus. As the leader of the caucus, what does that mean?
That simply means that we are going to be a little more proactive than we have been. It's one thing to try to live within the House rules. It's another thing to challenge some of these rules. Remember, we are stymied in the House, not because of the House rules, but because the Republican conference has adopted a so-called Hastert rule. That's not a House rule. And we are going to make them understand that we are not going to allow the people of this country to be subjected to a Hastert rule. If anything, they ought to be getting rid of anything that got Hastert's name on it. But for them to keep pushing this Hastert rule and got this government all clogged up, they're saying we are breaking the House rules. We think that they are breaking the House rules.
And for those
really get down to it, they're breaking the House rules.
And for those folks at home who don't know, what is the Hastert rule?
That's a rule that says they are not going to let anything come to the floor unless they can pass it without any Democrats' vote. That's what it adds up to. They can dress it up any way they want to, but you need 218 votes to pass anything in the House. So they have decided until they can get 218 Republicans to vote for something, they're not going to bring it to the floor. Now, the fact of the matter is, this country is not made up of all Republicans. And for us to have good legislation, there must be input from Republicans and Democrats, from blacks and whites, men and women, young and old. And they are not doing that. They've got everything coming to the floor with their vanilla wafer kind of stuff.
That's an interesting analogy. So what we saw throughout the first day was a lot of no TPP signs. Now there is rumor that the TPP will come up in the lame duck. If so, will Democrats engage in the any means necessary type of behavior that we started to sit in to block that?
No, I don't think so. There are a lot of Democrats who are for TPP, a lot of Democrats who are against it.
Even though the party nominee is against it?
Absolutely. Remember, the party nominee will not take office until January. The sitting president of the United States, Barack Obama, is for TPP. I don't expect for him to give up.
The caucus going to give him the votes for that?
I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Thank you, Senator Congressman Clyburn. We appreciate it.